Hey everybody, Happy New Year, almost New Year. And I'm going to go over today's NHL DFS slate. Starts a little early at 5:30. Don't let that trick you. And we're just going to go over the projections. We'll go over Saber Sim and using the play-by-play sims and the contest sims to see what our portfolio looks like for the flagship. And we will get it all going. D Pope, what's up? Happy New Year's to you too, man. Yeah, so let's get started right off the bat. Not a lot of news to look at or to worry about, I should say. Um, Buffalo goaltending stuff. Goaltending stuff never bothers us. So not much to worry about. I'm going to just go pull up the projections. I have them here. You could see Edmonton looking like really good. Colorado looking really good. They are going to be super chalky, but that's kind of what we've learned from going through the projections. And we do these hand builds, and you can kind of see what stands out, and you get an idea for where the chalk lies. And, that's just kind of helped us to hone in our process. And it's helped us to apply news when there's news that can be applied, like guys in and out, they can get at lower ownership, stuff like that. And it has helped us with our kind of no puck knowledge, getting an idea for who's on what lines, how the shifts work, how teams change their lines, if their power play isn't exactly like it has it in Saber Sim, like where one guy comes off after the face-off. That's Carolina. But yeah, we've been finding out different situations like that. So by hand building and having to look at the lines and the players, and it gives us an idea of what you could do too. I mean, are people going to play Edmonton? Probably. Let's see if you could fit them. There's Edmonton 1 with Bouchard. Who's our top goalie? Blackwood. We had this same problem last time where he's just too expensive. But if you go like Jack Greaves, you have 3,500 a man. It's still a little pricey. Your correlation is on 4 preset by Saber. Should I up it to at least 6? I don't think you need to up it. When I use Saber Sim, I set it to just allow 4-mans and above anyway. So I don't think I need to up the correlation even more. We'll get into that when I build for the flagship. But let's go see. So, I mean, people are going to play Edmonton, but they're not going to be – it's hard to onslaught them. So they're probably going to be a popular 3-man or 2-man. You could get the 4-man in, then you need a good point per dollar play or two. You can get Sillinger correlated with Greaves. That's kind of nice. He's the top point per dollar. You could correlate him with like Fabro, who's standing out. Is there anyone else standing out for Columbus? Severson or Fabro, either way. Is there any power play correlation for one of those? I think Severson might be on 2, maybe. Yeah, Severson's on 2 and Sillinger's on 2. So let's play Severson. And then does he have like a line mate that pops? Wood or Voronikov? Veronikov's probably on 1. See if we went Voronikov. Yeah, he fits in there nicely. So there's how you play Edmonton. Could see with Colorado. Your Discord's still on. I don't know, man. You gotta contact Goldie. Yeah, you get another takedown tonight for sure. But no, did you have one recently? I know you had one a few weeks ago. Hopefully you had one even more recently than that. Let's see the Colorado power play. Boom. Now, McKinnon, Landis got Natchez around it, and then Brock Nelson, I think. No. Oh, not even close. Okay, McKinnon, Lehkonen, Nelson, Nichushkin. McKinnon. And can you fit their power play is the question. Are they spread across 3 lines? Nelson is with no. Okay, so 2 is fully correlated, and then you throw in McKinnon. Can you play them with Makar? That's my question. Or, yeah, with the full power play, you can. Boy, can you get in someone on line 1 with McKinnon? No. No, you can't get that greedy. But you could totally onslaught the power play and have the full EV2 correlation. Severson and Sillinger. I mean, you could do a hell of a lot with Colorado and Edmonton. So I imagine that close a few slates falling off at the end. Yeah, it's always tough with those late night hammers, D-Pope. So a lot you could do with Colorado and Edmonton. They are going to be popular. Let's go ahead and build a portfolio for the flagship. I just put in one as a placeholder. I'm not going to play the flagship myself. I'm a single entry player. And this slate I'm not even going to be able to play because it starts at 5:30 and I have daycare pickup at 5:30, unfortunately. But that's why I only play one lineup. Got some other responsibilities to take care of, so it's kind of hard with the news and late line changes and stuff to MME, so I haven't been doing so. So let's go ahead and build. While it's going, guys, don't forget, like and subscribe. Helps out the channel. Check out TrueDFS.com. You can get access to Goldie's projections that I'm using, Sheets' projections, the pay dirt model for DFS embedding, and SaberSim. And it's like 3 sites in one, basically, and you pay $20 more than you would for SaberSim alone if you bought it a la carte. So it's like a really, really good deal. And then you get all of Rhodey's input, top player, Brandon Cruz, top player playing all sports really well, but especially NASCAR. You got Sheets in there, Bobby Fye. It's just a lot to offer you guys for not much more than it would cost for SaberSim alone. So I think it's a really good deal. You should check out TrueDFS.com. Check out a trial. It's well worth it. Trial certainly worth it. What if we played the same contest daily? What would the same size of slates we would need to then create our own custom contest field with the averages of that sample data? 10 plus slates. Yeah, I mean, you're going to need to take, 10 slates is not a lot, but maybe it's enough. The more slates, the better. Why stop at 10? And you're going to want slates that are at or around the same size, and then get an idea for what the field does if you're creating your own fields, especially if the same opponents. I mean, you can count on it being similar to the same opponents, I think, roughly. So yeah, I would do something like that, but I don't know. I think SaberSim's fields are probably fine, but if you create your own field better than them, which is certainly possible, then I highly recommend doing so. But I don't mess around with fields that much. We gave an example. We did this with Chris like the beginning of last week of why I don't do that. Because then when I created the field, it was all wonky. And so you have to start telling it things, not just create field, but what minute exposures you want to certain stacks. Because when I created it, it gave me hardly any correlation. It just didn't make sense that the field was that bad. All right, we've got portfolio run. Let's take a look. Whoops. Let's take a look at where I'm getting. Just in terms of exposures. Yep. Nelson, McKinnon, Jet Greaves, Hyman Bouchard. So it looks like Colorado, my top stack. Then a little bit of Edmonton. And you get these Columbus is in for some value. Let's see stack-wise. Yeah, a lot of Colorado and Edmonton, and then Columbus. Columbus with a decent total at home and cheap, real cheap. Are these, yeah, Onslaught Colorados. You can't really Onslaught Edmonton, but you get the 4-man Edmontons. And then a lot of the 3-man and 2-man stuff. Take a look at goalies real quick. A lot of Jet Greaves. He lets you do a ton. So there you have it. Usually what we do by hand it gets solved differently by SaberSim. SaberSim, and that's how I prefer to solve that than hand building. When I build my single entry lineup, I'm going to use SaberSim. But today, it kind of fell in line and kind of did the same thing, roughly speaking. So there you have a look at what I'm doing. Colorado, top stack. Edmonton after that. A little bit of Columbus exposure. Getting a lot of Edmonton tonight. Can you show the Optos line results in the $5 tonight so we could see some options other than Colorado? And that's what I'm getting as well. Peter, yeah. I mean, yeah, let's sim the $5. That you mean the poke check, I think. Sim the poke check. I assume, though, I'm not. I mean, I'm getting a lot of Edmonton, too. Edmonton, Peter, I'm getting Edmonton, Colorado, and then I'm getting Columbus. So to answer your question, if not Edmonton, where would I be? I'd be Colorado as my top stack, and then Columbus. But if you want other ideas and you want, I don't think the poke check is going to give me too many different results than the flagship, but we'll see. Yeah. I mean, I imagine when I sim the poke check, I'm going to get that too. Are you getting Columbus next, Peter? Because I was getting Columbus after that. Let's see now. Let's just say we're playing 50 in the poke check. Let's see where we get to. Yeah, just a metric ton of Colorado. Then Columbus and Philly kind of coming up. So a bit surprised by the Philly. Columbus is like over, yeah. Columbus, Colorado, and Edmonton are going to be the chalk. After that, I've got Philly and Calgary of all places. So I would not have expected that, but that's where I would be in the poke check. So that was a little bit different than the flagship. Let's see, but even more Jet Greaves. You could probably just do so much with Philly and Calgary. Yeah. Boy, it seems to me intuitively I'd rather play Calgary than Philly, but I don't know. They fully correlated? No. Kadri, Coleman, Huberto. Wait, Kadri, Sharangovich, and Farabee. Does Philly have full correlation? They're probably just cheap and you could do a ton with them. Dvorak, Konechny, Zegras. Then you throw in Barkey and Drysdale. I mean, their power play is not great. You don't need to, I'm not saying you need to play the power play or anything. Just say we did. And then we don't have to play Jet Greaves. We could go like correlate them. Is it going to be Ursan because Vladar played last night? Is it Ursan or Vladar? Yeah, Sam Ursan. Yeah, maybe Philly won, Dirt cheap. You could throw in a McKinnon or a McDavid. frankly, you could throw in a McKinnon and McCarr, or if you want to make it a little easier on your last guy, I don't know. This looks pretty nice to me. It's a salary game. Backlund Coleman for Calgary. Yeah. I mean, look, it's a salary game. You get Philly in cheap. Why not? So that's something I consider. I'm not able to play tonight, but Philly is the top contrarian stack. I'm not getting much of them, but there's the most contrarian stack that I'm getting to at the highest rate. There you have a little look at what I'm doing today. I'm going to bounce. I want to wish you guys a very happy and healthy new year. I will maybe be here tomorrow. If not, I'll be back on Friday for which we only have like a 3-gamer. I think it's the Winter Classic. So yeah, but we'll watch out for that.